Hey Internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Jongravesshow. The Jimmy Kimmel thing going on as of late. I'm really happy that like he pretty much came out and said that he would at least try to understand the ways of things. But before I really get into that, let me go ahead and reiterate this for people out there who don't necessarily realize what has been going on. Jimmy Kimmel came out up on his show Jimmy Kimmel Live to say. And I believe he was talking about let's plays and people watching others play video games, in which that he called it a very silly idea. To me, watching another person play video games is like going to a restaurant and have someone eat your food for you. If you like them, play them. We should all be very ashamed of ourselves for failing as parents. Channel, yeah. And pretty much, when like he was talking about some of the older comments and whatnot, he went back up on his show. He updated everybody about like all of the comments and whatnot. And then he went on to say at the end, I believe, if you don't like it, I will shut down Twitch. I will shut down YouTube gaming. I have that power. And then finally, when like he got hit with like a fuck ton more, and he asked a few of the gamers, or at least like he asked some popular YouTube gamers to come out and actually sort of enlighten him upon the whole Let's Play thing, which that in this case it was Miss May and Markiplier. Honestly, I just started watching his fucking videos because he seems like an okay dude. I gotta start looking at Miss May's videos too, Mrs. May's videos as well. But honestly, for how it was actually presented, it was more or less a thing of actually watching the video with him and Markiplier and Mrs. May. He did pretty much go on to fucking say that, or at least he tried to compare his own experiences with watching other people play video games. And of course, it boiled all the way back to the arcades. And for how it actually was, it was more or less a thing of you used to watch your friends and other people who had a lot of skill play these games because apparently you would have a very hard time beating this boss, and you wanted to see if somebody else, if they had just as much skill as you did to actually fight this boss, get up there, do all these things, and gain a lot of respect like that, because that's how most of these other things work and whatnot. I mean, again, I know about the arcade scene, and of course, he went on to, they asked him a whole bunch of questions, and then they did sort of boil this thing down to pretty much say that I think it's more or less, or at least I was thinking about it in terms of like this is a thing. It's called the mukbang thing. It's called mukbang. It's something that takes place over, I believe, in South Asia and also Asia itself, where somebody actually just sits in front of a camera and then just eats like a massive dinner in front of people. And the reason why that is because you get some type of enjoyment from actually watching somebody else have fun or make comments or pretty much get past this difficult part in a game in which that you were having a very difficult time doing, or pretty much you just like the personalities and whatnot. It's a whole layer of things. If anything, me personally, I pretty much equate this to watching anchors talk about sports. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it. Okay, the anchors that they've actually played sports, they are knowledgeable. They do know about like how all of the game works and whatnot. But then if you look at the same thing and compare that to what's going on in the video game thing, it's like everything that can be applied to the Let's Play mentality, in terms of if they don't like your personality, if they don't like your commentary, if they don't like the way how this game is going and whatnot, then really they're not going to watch it unless they're trying to unless you're just starting out and whatnot. And that's a lot with how most commentaries go. I mean, whether it be video games, a sport, or something like that, I don't really get why people, or at least in Jimmy Kimmel's case, why he would actually attack it. And to his credit, he does actually try. And at his heart, he is an actual comedian. And you know, he's actually really interested in like keeping the mood nice and everything. And after all this thing, because he does watch a video of Mrs. May's parents actually with the Oculus Rift on, and he does actually play a few games of Rocket League with them, and of course, you know, he says, well, now, you know what you guys should do. Try being around other humans, because they tried to hug it out in three-way hug, and he said humans don't hug like this. And then that's pretty much where all this ended off. I don't really know if this is going to end up somewhere positive or negative. Hopefully it can end up somewhere in the middle, maybe being a little bit more positive than negative. And some people, they will defend this shit from sun up to sundown, that man, video game commentaries are very different from sports commentary. But then again, I'm like, this is just the world we live in, a place where we agree to disagree, but some people they don't even agree to that. But that is what I got to say about that. Please tell me what you think about this down there in the comment section. I'll catch you guys on the next Jongravesshow. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.